When Serena Williams smashed her racket in the 2018 US Open Final, Carlos Ramos made a call that changed tennis history. That moment sparked global outrage and controversy throughout the tennis world. But what really happened behind that controversial call? Today we're revealing the untold stories of tennis's toughest referees and the split-second decisions they face under immense pressure. The truth about tennis officiating runs deeper than the headlines suggest, with real humans behind every contentious call. Stay tuned as we uncover the emotional toll these decisions take on officials who must enforce the rules when millions are watching and careers hang in the balance. Before the 2018 US Open Final.
Yeah, that's a warning. I didn't get coaching. You owe me an apology. Say it. Say you're sorry. Well, then don't talk to me. Don't talk to me.
You'd probably never heard the name Carlos Ramos. But that September day in New York changed everything, with a showdown that put this referee in the spotlight for all the wrong reasons. For over 30 years, Ramos had been silently climbing the ranks of tennis officiating without making headlines. That's exactly how referees are supposed to operate. Invisible until they're suddenly not. Born in Lisbon, Portugal, Ramos grew up obsessed with tennis but not as a player. While other kids dreamed of holding trophies, young Carlos was fascinated by the rules and order of the game. This early passion shaped his future career. His journey began with local junior tournaments in Portugal before gradually earning assignments at bigger events. For years, he traveled across Europe officiating matches where sometimes even the players' parents outnumbered the actual crowd. By 2018, Ramos had reached the pinnacle of officiating milestones, overseeing finals at all 4 Grand Slams and the Olympics. He'd refereed matches featuring Federer, Nadal, Djokovic, and both Williams sisters multiple times without major incident. Tennis insiders recognized him as one of the elite gold badge umpires, the highest qualification possible in the sport. What distinguished Ramos was his absolute commitment to the rulebook. While some refs might let minor infractions slide to keep matches flowing,
I didn't get coaching. You need to make an announcement that I didn't get coaching. You are the liar.
Ramos treated every rule violation the same, regardless of a player's ranking or status. This earned him respect among tennis purists, but occasionally created tension with players. In 2017, he gave Rafael Nadal time violations during the French Open, prompting the Spanish star to complain, "I think it's not fair." At Wimbledon 2018, just months before the US Open incident, Ramos warned Novak Djokovic for racket abuse, with the Serb responding, "Double standards, my friend, double standards." Yet Ramos remained consistent in his approach. Richard Ings described Ramos as one of the most experienced and respected umpires in the world. Unlike officials who sought friendly player relationships, Ramos maintained professional distance. Colleagues noted his remarkable memory for rules, like a walking tennis constitution. Even fiery player Benoit Poire acknowledged, "With Ramos, you always know what you're getting. He doesn't care if the crowd loves you. Break a rule, and he'll call it." This strict approach served him well until it collided with one of sport's most powerful personalities. Every decision throughout his career had prepared him for high-pressure moments, enforcing rules when thousands might disagree and remaining composed when challenged.
I don't cheat. I didn't get coaching. How can you say that? Yes, you are. You owe me an apology. You will never, ever be on another court of mine as long as you live.
But the storm brewing at Arthur Ashe Stadium would test even his legendary composure. A player chasing history, a supportive crowd, a global audience, and a series of incidents forcing split-second decisions that would follow him forever. As the match began, nobody could have predicted how it would unfold. The methodical official who built his reputation on consistency was about to become the center of a controversy transcending tennis itself. The moment that sparked one of tennis's biggest controversies happened in just 180 seconds of real time. While millions watched worldwide, the true intensity of what happened between Serena Williams and Carlos Ramos wasn't fully captured by broadcast cameras. What we saw on TV only told half the story. It all started in the second set of the 2018 US Open final. Serena was already down a set to Naomi Osaka when Ramos issued the first code violation for coaching after spotting Serena's coach Patrick Mouratoglou making hand gestures from the stands.
You owe me an apology. You owe me an apology. I have never cheated in my life. Explain it to you. For you to attack my character, something is wrong.
This ignited the fuse. Standing directly beneath Ramos, Serena defended her integrity. "I don't cheat to win, I'd rather lose. I'm just letting you know." Her tone remained calm, but the tension simmered beneath the surface. Ramos acknowledged her, yet the violation stood. Minutes later, after losing a crucial game, Serena smashed her racket. This automatic second violation cost her a point. When she realized the penalty, the confrontation erupted. "You owe me an apology," Serena demanded, pointing at Ramos. "I have never cheated in my life." As this unfolded, both participants underwent profound physiological changes invisible to viewers. Former chair umpire Richard Ings explained that during such confrontations, officials experience massive adrenaline spikes, heart rates jumping to 160 beats per minute in seconds, mouths going dry, while needing to maintain perfect decision-making and project-complete calm. For Ramos, these moments demanded impossible clarity. Officials make decisions in less than a tenth of a second during confrontations.
I have a daughter and I stand what's right for her and I've never cheated. And you owe me an apology. You will never do
verbal abuse.
And now,
Penalty, Mrs. Williams.
Their brains shifting into what sports psychologists call referee tunnel vision, focusing solely on rules while emotional processing centers shut down. The breaking point came when Serena called Ramos a thief. This triggered the third violation for verbal abuse, resulting in a game penalty. In the stunned silence after, Serena questioned, "Because I'm a woman, you're going to take this away from me." Officials handle such moments differently. At the 2020 Italian Open, chair umpire Aurélie Tourte absorbed Djokovic's frustration without issuing a violation, later explaining she distinguished between personal attacks and general frustration. The physical toll of these confrontations is extraordinary. As former ATP supervisor Lars Graf described, your body enters fight or flight mode. Some umpires experience momentary visual distortions and hear only fragments of what players are saying, yet must project total control. Elite officials train extensively for these scenarios, practicing with actors while physiologists monitor vital signs. They learn breathing techniques to counteract adrenaline and mentally separate players' emotions from their decision-making. In those 3 minutes, two people experienced completely different realities. Serena fighting perceived injustice, Ramos applying rules under extreme pressure, their worlds colliding in a moment neither could fully comprehend from the other's perspective. That clash between Ramos and Serena represents just one end of tennis officiating's personality spectrum. At the complete opposite end stands Mohamed Lahyani, a man whose booming voice and player-friendly approach have made him one of the most recognizable figures in the sport. While Ramos embodies rule-bound precision, Lahyani transforms moments of tension into opportunities for connection, as demonstrated during a 2018 US Open match with Nick Kyrgios. "I want to help you," Lahyani told a visibly disinterested Kyrgios, who appeared to be tanking the match against Pierre-Hugues Herbert. "This isn't good. I've seen your matches. You're great for tennis." This unprecedented mid-match pep talk sparked immediate controversy, with many claiming Lahyani had crossed a sacred line of impartiality. Yet the Swedish-Moroccan umpire received only a brief suspension. a striking contrast to how strictly the rulebook was applied in the Williams-Ramos situation just days later. What makes Layani's approach work? Players respond to his genuine warmth and the timing of his interventions. He diffuses situations early with a well-placed smile or brief explanation. His distinctive voice, which rises and falls melodically when calling scores, has become so beloved that players and fans alike often imitate his signature 15-30 calls. Between Ramos's strictness and Layani's warmth lies a spectrum of officiating styles. Eva Azdaraki Moore combines technical precision with emotional intelligence, reading players' body language like a skilled therapist. British umpire James Keothavong uses strategic humor to diffuse tension, once quipping, "I know you're upset, but I still have to follow the rules," to a fuming Andy Murray, who couldn't help but crack a smile. The most effective officials develop what sports psychologist Dr. Alison Pope-Rodius calls a psychological toolbox. Techniques deployed selectively based on the player and context. When a player is angry, they're experiencing emotional hijacking, explains Pope-Rodius. The best officials know whether that player needs space, a firm boundary, or acknowledgement before they'll be ready to continue play. Female referees like Azdaraki Moore and Maria Chikak have mastered additional psychological techniques. Rather than matching players' energy or volume during confrontations, they create contrast, remaining calm to highlight inappropriate outbursts, like conductors maintaining rhythm when an orchestra threatens to rush ahead. The technology revolution has created new psychological challenges for referees. While Hawkeye removes some pressure by providing objective line calls, it's created situations where players use challenges strategically to break momentum or manipulate the crowd. Elite officials have developed challenge management techniques to prevent players from weaponizing the very technology designed to make matches fairer. What truly separates the elite officials isn't rule knowledge alone. It's their ability to read emotional states in real time and adapt accordingly. They're tennis's unsung psychologists, making split-second decisions about not just what rule applies, but how that rule should be communicated to maintain match control. So, there you have it, the hidden world of tennis officiating where split-second decisions can change history. These chair umpires are the silent guardians of the game, masters of psychology who read player emotions better than most therapists. Next time you watch a controversial call, remember Carlos Ramos's strict rulebook approach versus Layani's empathetic intervention. Both officials face scrutiny under pressure. These guardians of fair play make impossible decisions with millions watching their every move. In tennis's drama, they deserve our respect for keeping the game fair, even when difficult. What do you think makes a referee truly great? Share your thoughts below.